Welcome to part 2 of our assignment and learning about Civil War memorials and monuments. And specifically, what we're going to be digging into are Confederate monuments. So, as we're doing this handout, I want you to know, first of all, for the do now, there is a map, 2 maps actually, on page 3 of the handout. And these are the maps you're going to use for the do now, so that they are plenty large enough for you to be able to see and to read. Okay. So for that, then you're just answering the questions of what are the patterns, details, etc. that you see, and what does it make you think about? List at least 2 or 3 patterns or details and 1 to 2 questions for that part of it. For part 1, you're going to be doing some quick research, okay, and that you're going to be looking up the definitions of nostalgia and empathy. Okay. And after you look them up and write down definitions, preferably in your own words, give me an example of each of those from your own life. Okay. Could be a time where you felt nostalgia or felt empathy, or it could be somebody else you know who maybe has felt that way about something. But just something short and quick, 1 or 2 sentences. I don't need your life story for that. Okay. And then pause for a moment and stop and think about the role of those 2 things in studying history. For part 2, we're going to be watching 2 different videos, and these are linked on the handout. I will also embed them in the assignment so that you can see them there. Okay. And you're going to be answering some questions. The chart that you can most easily use to answer the questions from here, the graph really is what it is going to be on the last page of the handout. So that's this dot graph right here. Okay. And with that, you can see they've given you some dates to kind of anchor where we're at in terms of history. Okay. And then you've got what kinds of memorials or monuments are being raised. Okay. So you're going to watch a video from, see, this one I think is Vox, if I remember right. It's going to talk about that. And then the second one is a PBS video. The whole video is about 10 or 12 minutes. It's not overly long, and I did find it interesting. I did sit down and watch the whole thing. But at a minimum, you need to watch it from about 5:33 to about 7:08. So you need to watch at least that minute and a half. But again, if you wanted to watch the whole thing, I think it's a good video and well worth the extra 8 or 9 minutes that you'll spend on it, 10 minutes, something like that. Okay. And then answer that question. Okay. Answer that question. After you've done both videos, I want you to pause again for a moment and answer this question right here. Okay. For part 3 of this assignment, we've got a 3rd video, and this one is also not overly long, and we've got 2 kind of key pieces to this. One is, as you're watching the video, I want you to answer these first 2 questions. Okay. And then after you watch the video, answer these last 3 questions. And for these last 3, it's important to know that I'm looking for your thoughts on this. There's not right or wrong answers, except in the sense that you do need to be on topic. It needs to be your original thinking, and you do need to tell me something. Okay? So as long as you're on topic and doing your best, you write something down, you're good to go. You're good to go. All right, so that's where we're going to wrap up this assignment, is with that video about the Daughters of the Confederacy. And then we've got one more assignment for you to do to learn a little bit more about Confederate monuments. And then we'll be done for the week. If you have any questions, reach out and let me know. And otherwise, I will see you later.